Buddy, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. If you remember the last episode, we finished off 3 bosses, and the last one we killed was Dragon Rider, and we're in High Tower Flame. We need to talk to this NPC because she's going to be pretty important later on, so I'm going to shut up.
Are you from these parts? My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power. But the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
She's a priest or a cleric of some sort, and we can buy different miracles and stuff with her. That's not important. What we have to do is we have to exhaust all her dialogue, because she'll be important for progressing later in the game.
I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here? Well... do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world, and such is my only wish. Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well, I must do this, and being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here. Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon. To a place I could gull them. Sorry, help the gullible by teaching the good word.
Alright.
Need for miracle. The gods frown upon such.
She'll be heading back to Majula, where most NPCs go after you exhaust their dialogue. And she'll help us get to an area later in the game called Huntsman's Copse that's actually a necessary area. And that's one of the gripes a few people have about this game, is that one of the main areas is kind of like hidden because you have to talk to her, and it's really annoying. But whatever. So we're just going to run past these guys because I don't feel like fighting them today. There might actually be some armor back there. I remember we can get some night gear, but you know what? Actually, armor is better than night gear if I remember. So I'm just going to run past them, save some time. We could fight them, but why not? So we're going to be heading down to an area called No Man's Wharf, if I don't run into a dead end like that. And No Man's Wharf is it's a hard area for newcomers because it's really dark in there and it's hard to tell where you're going. But once you go through it once, it gets real easy. So we're just going to go down this elevator. And No Man's Wharf is, I like it. It's there's Vikings and stuff there. They're like Viking pirates, no one really knows. But it's one of my more favorite areas. And if you remember in the last episode, after we beat the Pursuer, we ended up in an area called the Lost Bastille. The Lost Bastille is also connected to No Man's Wharf, so there's 2 entrances to that area. But you can't connect the 2 entrances to each other unless you have both access, because there's things you have to do both ways, I believe. That might not be true. I might not know what I'm talking about. Just gonna go this way. We'll enter a cave here, and we'll be meeting another NPC pretty soon, who may or may not help us in the future, depending on what I decide to do.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way. You are not one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. What a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me.
So,
Oh,
okay, she still has more dialogue.
I've always made a point of, well, you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed.
Alright, so she basically said that she'll help us on our adventure. If you remember, we can summon people when we're in human form. So we could summon her as a NPC ally to help us in the next boss fight. She just appeared because we are stood at the bonfire. I noticed we have 13,000 souls. So I'm going to actually go back to Majula, and we're going to spend those souls on leveling up, because what else are we going to spend them on? You might have saw a ghost right there with a pretty big sword. That we can get that sword in this area, but I probably won't be getting it because, yeah, it's a little bit off the beaten path, and it's really annoying to get, because you have to fight some tougher enemies to get to it, and it's not the weapon I plan on using, so it's probably the only glimpse of it you're gonna see.
Bearer of the curse. See less.
So we're gonna level up here. I really don't know what I should be leveling up. We'll probably level up strength because I know we still need a bit more of that. And we'll put a point into health, and which one gives us... We'll put one into endurance, give us a little bit more stamina. Alright. I don't believe we have any shards. I don't remember. I'm just going to try this real quick. See, nope, we don't have any Estus Flask shards. Alright, so... After that little detour, we're going to head back to No Man's Wharf and get back to this game. So, I'm sorry if I didn't upload anything for like a week. I was on a little bit of vacation, so... but that hiatus is over. I'm back in gear, making videos. So... And here's No Man's Wharf. You can see a boat there, that's why it's a wharf. And, as I said, it's very dark in here, but we can fix that with a Pharaoh's Lockstone later. You might have saw like a bomb just fly past the screen there. The enemies in here throw oil bombs at you so that they can light you on fire, which is quite annoying. And you can also be lit on fire if you try to light a torch if you're covered in oil. So this area may tend to stay dark at times. Sorry if the video comes out a bit dark, but... So here you can see like the Viking pirate dudes I was telling you about. We're doing a good amount of damage, so they shouldn't be too much of a problem. There's one up here I forgot to kill. There he is. Let's see if we can get a backstab on him. Oh, well, it didn't do the animation, but we still got behind him and killed him pretty easily. There's a chest in here. I believe it has poison throwing knives. I might be wrong. Could be like a Titanite shard. Okay, yeah, Titanite shard. Alright, so this is a really annoying guy to deal with right here. He shoots flaming arrows, so if you were covered in oil previously, he could just like do a ton of damage to you. But since we killed the guys that were throwing oil at us, at least the first few guys that would throw oil at us, he's not too big of a problem. A lot of the problems with this level is navigating on these docks. I mean, there's no guardrail or anything, so a lot of times you fall off, you'll just like drown and die. A few enemies drop down to come attack us there. He's gonna throw more oil at us. He actually got me there, or I might just be wet, but it seems that my bottom half is covered in oil. Alright, so there's a bit of a mutual hit there. We'll heal up in a second. I am actually using my shield now. As I said earlier, oh my god, I didn't think one of those things would come out. I didn't use my shield on like previous boss battles, because it's not 100% damage resistant, so enemies would still, or bosses would still do a lot of damage to us. But these little enemies, we can use our shield to good effect. So these enemies are like, they look like those big black shadow things from Twilight Princess or whatever, but they're afraid of light, and so if we light a torch, we can scare them away. You saw you got scared when you like approached me by this torch. Normally they stay in the dark. I don't know why he came out and attacked me. That's very unusual. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. So I'm just trying to remember the layout of this place. It's been a while since I came through here. I believe we're gonna get like gang banged if we come up here. So we gotta be careful. Alright, we got a dog in the mix. This is a lot of fun. Got out of there just in time. Alright, killed all those guys. Let's use a life gem to heal up. We have plenty of those, and I don't want to use our Estus flask right away. Is there anything down here? As I said, it's been a little while since I came through this area. So I should generally know where I'm going. But if I get sidetracked, that happens. Alright, yeah, we have to go up here. Might as well grab a torch. I don't believe we have any more oil on us, so it shouldn't be a problem. Because we're going to run into more of those dark spider enemies up here. And I don't want them to attack us. So, if you remember earlier I mentioned that there was that guy with the big sword. We go into that building if we want to get it, but we have to fight like a million of these dark guys to get it to it. So I don't want to deal with that, so I'm just not going to deal with it. And we're going to come through here and fight a few more of these guys. And we put our torch away now, or at least temporarily, because we will be running into more of those dark demons or whatever in the future. But for now, we're good. And we're gonna come up here and ring this bell, and that's gonna call that ship, that's like currently floating for some reason. It's gonna come into the wharf here, and that's also where our boss battle is gonna be, on a boat. It's my favorite Lonely Island song. Alright, yeah, we do come through here. We go in this house, I believe. There's gonna be a hidden door up ahead, I believe. It might be right here. Yep. Alright. You just press A over that door. There's a message here saying that someone must have left that. I believe an enemy might try to come in behind us, so I'm just looking behind us while we're getting stuff. And in here we get a bunch of large Titanite shards, which is gonna be very helpful in upgrading our weapon. I thought there'd be more than one. I guess not. But that's okay, we'll get more once we get to the Lost Bastille, which is the area we'll be going to after this. If you look under, there's a little meter under our sword down on the bottom left, and it's about halfway. That's our weapon durability. It refills every time you rest at a bonfire. But I'm hoping my weapon doesn't break before we get a chance to fight the boss, because if your weapon breaks, you have to go to the blacksmith and pay to get it like fixed. That's real annoying, but more than it being annoying to fix it, it's just annoying because, well, your weapon's broken, you can't use it until you fix it, so that might hurt our boss battle chances. So I know if I open this chest, there's going to be more guys that come up through here, because I know there's 3 guys down here. Yeah, there they are. They start out asleep, but they wake up as soon as you do anything. Alright, we got them all before they could do anything. Just making sure none of them are coming in behind us. There's a lot of chests in this house, so I just want to make sure all the enemies are dead before we go through any of them. So you can see we just got like a ton of stuff there. We got basically a bunch of different armor. None of it's better than our current armor. As I said, as far as starting gear goes, we have decent armor. I don't remember what's in this chest. It might just be a sword. Okay, repair powder. That might come in handy in case our sword does break. Just making sure there's no enemies over here. Alright, I believe we can go down and fight our boss now. There's going to be a few more enemies on the path to the boss, but considering we're like rushing through this area, we're pretty close to the end of the level. I don't know if you can see them from here. There's a few more of those dark enemies down there, so I'm going to light a torch before we go down there. Yeah, you can see them in the like rooms on the sides here. But they shouldn't be a problem as long as we have our torch. Got a little bit of frame rate lag right there. Don't know what that was about. Hopefully the video's fine. Okay, so we got more life gems there, so that that excuses my earlier use of them. And there's these guys just like kind of like propped up on the edge here. We can smack them off if we don't fall off ourselves. That has been a problem for me in the past. Alright. I'm probably with the torch away now, but I just want to be extra careful. Alright. There is a mage over there on that dock that we can talk to, but as I said, I was going to be ignoring intelligence and faith and all that great stuff, because I'm not going to be building a magic character, so that mage, he's just going to ignore me if I go talk to him because my stats aren't high enough. But on this boat we'll find a few more of those enemies, and then our boss is just on the bottom level of the boat. He shouldn't be too difficult. He's a relatively easy boss. If you're fighting him on New Game Plus, like once you beat the game you can play through the game again with harder enemies. If you fight him on New Game Plus, he's super difficult because he has extra enemies that spawn in with him. Okay, you can see we're covered in oil now, so hopefully we don't get hit by a fire arrow. I'm gonna stay by the like mast of the ships to block the arrows. Yeah, please put away the bow. Yeah. Okay. So, all the enemies here are dead. That guy dropped his helmet. I kind of want to wear it, but at the same time, I don't want to conceal my face. Let's see how much it conceals my face if I wear it. Where is it? There it is. You know, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. But that did put me over 50% equipment rating. Sorry, I had to cough there. So maybe if I had to equip my gloves? How much, Oh, these gloves are actually better than my other ones, and they weigh less. That's cool. Just seeing if any of my other armor is better than my stuff. I don't want to be like walking around with stuff that could be better than it is. Alright. How does above 50% affect our stuff? You know, that's not bad at all. That's fine. We can roll with that. So our boss is going to be down here. It's called the Flexile Sentry. It's basically just it's like Two-Face if Two-Face was like two-body. Because, I don't know, he just has a bunch of arms and legs and he like hits you with swords. Not a big deal. Let's see if we have anything we can buff our weapon with. See, we have some Aromatic Ooze, which applies magic, or we can apply dark. You know, magic sounds cool. Can I not? Oh, I can't use it because my weapon already does lightning damage. But I do want to use repair powder on my weapon. Repair powder is kind of rare, but I don't want to risk my weapon breaking during the fight. So we have plenty of whatever durability on our weapon now. So we could have summoned Lucatiel of Mira, the girl that we found earlier, for this fight, but the more people we summon, the more health the boss has, and I feel comfortable fighting it solo, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Just gotta watch out for those combos. It might be a bit of a longer fight. One of the cool things about this fight is the water level in the room rises as you fight the boss, so if the fight goes on long enough, you can have a hard time moving around because of all the water. And if you remember, our weapon does lightning damage, so we're going to be doing a good amount of damage to him. We just barely dodged getting hit there, and we managed to heal before he begun his combo again. So we're able to get a few good hits in. He's down to about half health. Shouldn't have any problem finishing him off. Oh, I actually have not seen that move before. That did a lot of damage. We're going to heal here. Managed to get lucky there. Sorry if I get quiet here, I'm just kind of focused. Okay. He'll go down about 2 or 3 more hits. Yep, there he goes. Alright. So we didn't have any problem beating that boss fight. We did get hit a couple times, but we'll go through here. I believe there's a chest upstairs. And then we'll head to the Lost Bastille. Yep, we examined that little astrolabe, and here we go. Okay, so we'll be arriving at the Lost Bastille at a like little dock. Some people get kind of like freaked out here because, as you can see, there's plenty of blood stains. Some people just walk off the edge. Actually, let's click one of these just see what they did. Yeah, he's walking around. He's walking around. Then he just tried to get on the boat and he just fell into the water. What an idiot. So if you haven't noticed already, Dark Souls characters have a bit of trouble swimming. But once we go through this elevator, we'll be at our next bonfire. This area is a bit creepy going through it the first time it's very isolated and dark and creepy, and you're in like a jail cell kind of. So new players, this area seems kind of daunting at first, but if you look around carefully, you'll find a bonfire, so that's nice. Yeah, we do go straight ahead, I believe. Yep, there it is, Lost Bastille. And on our left here, one of these doors should have a bonfire. And what do you know, right here? So in the bottom right, you can see we have 20,000 souls again. So you know what we do when we have souls? We level up. We are probably a bit like over leveled because we literally take all our souls and spend it in leveling up. But hey, in a game like this, it never hurts to be a little bit more powerful than you need to be. So as always, I believe for the Great Club, which is the weapon I plan on using, we need 31 strength. So let's see if we can get there right now. We can. That's just going off of memory. I may be completely wrong. But even if I am wrong, it's always good to have extra strength because the Great Club is a strength-based weapon, so it will do more damage. I don't need to see the blacksmith for anything. I don't want to level up my weapon anymore because, as I said, we will be replacing it. So I remember there's something I wanted to do here. Oh, yeah. If you remember in the last episode, we picked up this item called Sublime Bone Dust. And what this allows us to do is level up our Estus Flask, not allowing it to carry more Estus Flask, but just increasing the amount that the Estus Flask heals every time we use it. So you can see there's some force of strength in the Estus Flask. And if you look at the bottom left, we have 4 Estus Flasks plus 1. So that'll be good if we do take some hits. So at the Lost Bastille, you see we have 2 entryways because we activated 2 bonfires there. I'm actually going to go to the first one that we activated in the last episode because there's a chest that we can open up over here that'll give us a key, I believe, and that'll allow us to connect the 2 entryways to each other because right now they're disconnected, meaning that I can't go all the way to the other entrance from this way, and I couldn't do the same the other way either. So, and it's helpful to do that just so you can get all the items in the area. I'm kind of a completionist, so I like to have everything all in front of me, or everything all completed. So I got the antiquated key there, and that'll help us open a few doors in this area. And in this area you can kind of see there's like a million dogs in there, and you might be able to hear crossbowmen shooting. We'll have to deal with them in a second. I'm just trying to get all the dogs to come out of the door so I don't have to deal with them and the crossbowmen at the same time. Yeah. Alright, he destroyed that explosive barrel there. These tiny black barrels have a gunpowder in them, so if you hit them with your sword, sometimes you'll set them off. Sometimes the crossbowmen will set them off, and that's really not cool. But if you just roll through them, or if like a dog uses like their physical jump attack on them, it'll just destroy the barrel and it won't be a problem. So if you remember, we talked to Lucatiel and No Man's Wharf. We'll be running into her just up ahead, past this halberd man. These enemies look pretty big and intimidating, but they go down pretty fast. Though I'm not doing as much damage as I expected. We killed him there, no problem. So here's Lucatiel again.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. This is for you. Of course, I've no idea what it is. Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself, with two things: my sword and my loyalty to my lord. I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came. Have you heard of the undead?
No, I haven't. It's not like I'm undead or anything right now.
An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others.
Oh no.
The hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope that they are.
So she took off her mask there, so we can kind of see her face now.
I'm sorry. I suppose I've grown weary these days.
Alright. So she has revealed that she is, like us, an undead. And she's affected by the curse. So she's in here for the same reason we are, and she'll help us on our quest. She's really bad if we do summon her for a fight, so I most likely won't. She does have a cool story following her, but it requires a lot of work to get through it, so I won't be going through that. I have in the past, and as I said, it's a real nuisance. Alright, almost hit the explosive barrel there, that could have been bad. If you haven't noticed, the main enemy in this area is obviously the dogs, and also these scythe-men. You can see he's guarding an explosive barrel there. I really don't want him to set that off because we'll need that to unlock a little hidden area. Yeah, just get away from the barrel. Alright. So what we want to do is, if you notice that wall in front of us, there's a big crack in it. So what we want to do is we want to roll this barrel down there and hopefully it blows up. That might be good. Alright, we did it. And we also killed an enemy down there, so that's nice. And we alerted the other enemy, so that's always fun too. So you can see there's a gate here. We have to come from the other side and open it. And there's also another door on the other side, like behind that wall, that we need that antiquated key that we picked up to open. So as I said, you need to have entrance from both sides of the map to make effective progress in this area. Well, I mean, it is completely completable without both sides, but I prefer having both sides. So this man's a blacksmith, but he's not like the other blacksmith we have in Majula. This guy can enchant our weapons once we bring him a certain item, which we don't have yet. But currently we can loot his shop, and he doesn't mind, and we can take all these upgrading items. So we got Titanite shards, we got large Titanite shards. That'll all be helpful for upgrading our Great Club when we finally get to it. So as I said, we got the antiquated key, we got this bonfire. So I'm gonna head to, actually, let me check how long I've been recording, because I get kind of carried away. I don't want like a super long episode. I mean, it's nice to have some time, but we have been recording for about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end the recording here. We beat No Man's Wharf. We also made it like about halfway through the Lost Bastille, so we're making decent progress. It's only like episode 4, I believe, and we're about done with the early game, so relatively fast run through this game. I'm gonna end the episode here. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked the video, remember to like the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 10 subscribers. It's pretty insane. All those people want just tune in and watch me play video games for the internet every day. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.